All right, so I have my team here who are actually shooting you. I'm not shooting you, but we're capturing you. Awesome. First of all, thank you so much, Shikha. I mean, being a so great supportive sport, and you said yes to the podcast, so thank you for that.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, Diksha.
Perfect, perfect, Shikha. Let's roll it. All right, awesome, great. So, welcome Shikha to our again season first Guftagu with Diksha Dev, and I heartily welcome you with full of love and passion that you do for women community. Thank you so much for working so hard and so passionately for women, especially people we love each other, right? So, thank you Shikha for being so great personality.
It's a pleasure, Diksha. Thank you so much. I think you've been all full of enthusiasm all throughout. So most of my posts and WhatsApp replies come from you.
Yeah.
So thank you for all your engagement and active participation.
थैंक यू आपके व्हाट्सएप में जितने भी पोस्ट होते हैं ना मुझे तो बहुत मतलब सुबह उठ के मैं सबसे पहले आपके व्हाट्सएप चेक करती हूँ रात में चेक करती हूँ एक्चुअली एंथुजियास्ट जो होता है ना कि आपका ओके यू डोंट नो पर्सन बट आपके चैट्स और आपके वो पढ़ के बहुत मजा आता है सो कीप ऑन शेयरिंग कीप ऑन डूइंग द गुड थिंग्स फॉर पीपल इट्स रियली इम्पैक्टेड अस
Thank you. Thank you.
सो शिखा टेल मी लाइक आपने अपने आपके लिंक्डइन पे पैशनप्रेन्योर लगाया है आप पैशनेट हो आपके पोस्ट में एक बहुत एनर्जेटिक पोस्ट होता है आपका मतलब इट इज ऑलवेज विद अ मिशन ऑलवेज विद अ मीनिंग आउटसाइड राइट so why are you so passionate about people what is your journey can you even share with all of us like आपकी जर्नी कैसी थी आप इतने पैशनेट कैसे हो और आपके आपके लाइफ में कुछ ऐसे फेलियर के मोमेंट हो या आपके चाइल्डहुड या आपके विनिंग मोमेंट हो यू वांट टू शेयर विद ऑल ओवर टू यू शिखा
Wow. I think I would want to talk about myself as a child to begin with, really, because I remember that 10-year-old Shikha who was, the only thing I would see as a part of my world would be through the lens of my sister's life, what she believed, what she would do, who are her friends, what were things that she liked. And being a younger sibling, I don't know if you have siblings, Diksha, but that's apparently the kind of world we live in. Okay, if you have siblings around, and generally you tend to idolize your mother and your elder sister for sure, being a girl. So that's the kind of life that I was living in, and I did realize that my dad had a lot of impact on me irrespective of that. Everything that he believed in, his fundamentals in life of being good as a human being, I think that got ingrained into me right from the childhood itself. And having said that, the factor that I was living through my elder sister's perception of life, I realized a lot of that was not, reality, even though I was, 2-3 years younger. So I decided for myself that I will see life from a very different lens as soon as I'm a little grown up. So post class 10th, I think I started to do a little experiments. I would risk a little, try to go on the other side of the spectrum to see how life is. I've been very studious. Okay. So the only thing that people knew about Shikha was that she's padaku. She's going to study a lot. And
okay
the rest of the family didn't know anything else about me. So I wanted to have bigger identity. I wanted to be known for certain things, to stand for certain things. And for that, I think you really need to explore yourself. So thankfully, I did that. And I could realize very soon that everything my dad would say, that you should never stop learning, always explore, read as much as you can. These are things that started to, get settled inside me as a passion, perhaps, because I felt for people right from childhood. I felt for, creating value, creating more, what do you say, inspiration for people, so to say. And I would encourage every second person, honestly. So whether it would be my sister, my mother, my younger sibling, my brother, my any known fraternity, any new friend for that matter, it just came to me naturally. And I realized it was ingrained. I think I can't really spot as to why I do it, but it was all to do with my childhood, the kind of teachers I came across, their attitude towards life and children. It was beautiful. They would always be encouraging. Okay. So that is something that automatically started to ingrain in me as a personality also. Having the, family front also give you those values. And then the same thing gets repeated or, reinstilled in you during your education days. So I think that's what makes me more passionate about people and creating value for them. That's how I can see it right now.
सुपर बट शिखा आपने एक पॉइंट बोला अभी कि पढ़ाकू है तो अभी काफ़ी लोग जब स्टूडेंट्स कम्युनिटी में होते हैं, वो बोलते हैं, "यार, तू बड़ी पढ़ाकू है।" तो इसे पॉज़िटिव लें या नेगेटिव लें? इफ आई आस्क यू, हाउ यू व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन इट, शिखा?
So typically this is a plus point for sure, because you ought to be a learner for life. And I've always believed in being a student throughout. I think Parhaku also means that you have that attitude right in you. You have a zing of curiosity inculcated, which is brimming. And that to me is a sign of somebody who can always progress in life, can always succeed in life, no matter what. So I think that spark inside you should never ever die. It's a big plus for any student. What's important though is to create a balance. So don't just do your academic studies. Do every kind of learning and studies and acquiring more information or getting to know the world from a broader perspective. I've also gone to the extent of, picking up topics that would be something that I generally don't like, trying to go to the other extreme to see, okay, if the person's criticizing, let's understand that person's belief. Okay, what is it that makes that person work more diligently? What is his definition of passion? What are things that matter to them? Things like that. So it just broadens your perspective. It makes you more holistic. It makes you more aware. It makes you more absorbing, somebody who can welcome everyone with love and warmth. So I think that's something that I crave to do throughout my life. And it's surely a plus.
या सुपर्ब सो शिखा आपने इस पूरे जर्नी में हमें बताया कि इट्स अ गुड थिंग दैट यू पीपल अगर आपको बोलते हैं पढ़ाकू है तो इट्स अ गुड थिंग बट आपने ये भी बोला क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं सो इफ यू कैन हेल्प मी लाइक व्हेन पीपल क्रिटिसाइज यू फॉर एक्स वाई जी रीजंस राइट आप एज अ यूथ उसे पॉजिटिव लें नेगेटिव लें या आप उसको लेके आगे कैसे बढ़े तो ये क्रिटिसिज्म जो है पहला लोग क्यों करते हैं दूसरा व्हाट एंड हाउ यू शुड हैंडल दोस ओवर टू यू शिखा
Honestly, I see this as something where the individual is dealing with a lot. Okay, the individual actually struggling with certain things internally, because of which they end up criticizing, right? And for me, I've always given them that benefit of doubt. So we should not take it personally when somebody's criticizing you. Two, try to see the feedback behind it. If it's really something that's going to change you for your own good, you need to work on it. And not take things personally. You know what happens, Diksha? People tend to take things too personally. Okay, if somebody's criticizing you, you kind of go into a vicious this thing. Why did he say that? Why me and all of that? I think we need to focus on the change points or the behavior that the person is indicating, more than the person saying, X person saying something to Y. The minute we make it personalized, I think there's a very vicious cycle of envying and agony that starts to build up, and it creates a lot of malice, which is so unnecessary in relationships. I think life is too short. We need to really make it beautiful, do the best possible for people around us, and never ever let yourself get affected by what people are saying about you. I think what really matters is what you say about yourself and what's your real purpose. So try to pivot around that. I think that will change your life.
सुपर ओके शिखा आप कम्युनिटी पर्सन हो यू आर एन लीडर राइट और आप बहुत लोगों के दिल के बहुत करीब हो बिकॉज आई पर्सनली इंस्पायर फ्रॉम यू सो योर पोस्ट इंस्पायर मी अ लॉट सो आई थिंक व्हाट इज योर मैसेज फॉर पीपल आउट देयर हाउ टू बिकम अ कम्युनिटी पर्सन हाउ टू बिकम अ पर्सन हु आर इन पार्ट ऑफ अ कम्युनिटी ऐसा नहीं कि मैं बोलूँ कि मुझे लोग के लिए करना है बट आप कम्युनिटी से बातचीत ही नहीं करते हो तो पहला क्वेश्चन कि आप कम्युनिटी या पीपल पर्सन कैसे बने दूसरा क्वेश्चन आपसे कि कम्युनिटी को हम फुल ग्रैटिट्यूड के साथ कैसे सर्व करें ओवर टू यू शिखा
Wow, wonderful question, really. I think COVID time has given this community thing to me as a gift. And I completely absorb it and accept it as a blessing, really. It just so happened that during that phase, I was not into a corporate profile, and I was in that mindset that I wanted to go all out to help people, to do anything I could to inspire and encourage people, because it was a real tough time for all of us. And that's what I think got me into a lot of engagements on community front. So it happened by default, I would say, not by design. Having said that, what has worked for me while I'm a part of these communities is my sense of service, my temperament of being somebody who can be an enabler for someone. So if as an individual you have that attitude of giving and the sense of service inside you, there are so many things that will come in front of you. You will see them as as opportunities to create something better for someone. or to enable them in some way or the other. So I think my entire journey of mentoring, coaching also started parallelly when I became part of these communities. And automatically, women mentorship started to take shape. A lot of girls started to approach me, what is it that works in the corporate? How can I become a better leader? And, things that are stopping us in terms of as a woman, I think our own sense of compassion and awareness, that is something that a lot of women are struggling with. So if I have been a facilitator, I've done that throughout my career. I thought it was even better, for me to bring all the knowledge in front of them. Since you asked what works in the community to make you successful and to contribute, I think you have to be all out there. Be open, share your knowledge, right? Act as an enabler, somebody who can inspire and also facilitate people to do better, become better. So that's something that has helped me for sure. The sense of service and the ability to give as much knowledge as much as I have. So yeah, it's all there for them.
सुपर सुपर ऑल राइट शिखा मतलब काफी अच्छा लगा जान के कम्युनिटी में हम कैसे अपना हिस्सेदारी बनाएं और कम्युनिटी के लिए कैसे काम करें और गिव बैक करें सोसाइटी को वंडरफुल कमिंग बैक टू व्हाट यू हैव डिस्कस कि बहुत लड़कियां आपसे आपके पास आती हैं आपसे क्वेश्चंस पूछती हैं तो इफ यू कैन हेल्प अस विथ few general questions so that rest of the people who are listening could be really useful. So ऐसे क्या unique questions होते हैं जिसके लिए people come to you and you have actually helped them? Over to you, Shikha.
So, like I said, it's a lot to do with our own inhibitions and fears, honestly. And unfortunately, a lot of girls are dealing with, lack of confidence and lack of self-awareness. What is it that they can do better? Or what is it that they are good at? This is something that they don't know. Yeah. So I call it the North Star. What's your purpose, right? What is it that you're really meant to do? So it's very hard for us in today's time to get that clarity. It's not something which is gender specific. I think a lot of us today struggle with it. Fortunately, because I am out there in the community to serve women, I get to hear these kind of questions from women specifically more. But it's a genetic issue, really, Diksha. And today, I feel that women are also lacking self-compassion and love. So when they come back to me with such questions and they're like, okay, this is happening, so and so is happening, X said so, this kind of a thing in the organization, what should be my reaction? I said, why do we need to react to everything that people have to say? Can we be a little more calm and composed inside and not take these things personally and have a sense of, control that, okay, fine, somebody said something, it's all right. You don't have to justify, you don't have to clarify, you don't have to give back, just be, okay, and do what is critical for your job or for the company. I think it's very, very hard for people to, find this kind of a detachment or disconnect. And I think judgment is something people pass very quickly. So even for women, this is something that we struggle with, and that's something that I work with them more closely, that let's dispense judgment and focus more on observations and actions that are required. So instead of discussing people, we need to discuss ideas, solutions, and move out of the negative, vicious cycle. So another thing they're dealing with is a lot of negativity and stress, Diksha, and we are all privy to what this COVID time has done to us. So women are no exception. I think they're dealing with too much on their plate. And that's why one of my passionate endeavors is to spread women happiness and to, allow them to come out of that, the ceilings that are created by our own selves. There are limiting beliefs that we have created.
All right.
So a lot of work needs to be done on that front with them. So those are some of the things.
Superb, शिखा अच्छा लगा सुन के चलो वुमेन कम्युनिटी के लिए कोई तो कुछ काम कर रहा है बहुत उम्दा अच्छा एक बहुत फैक्ट क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा ठीक है बुरा लग सकता है बट वेरी ट्रू क्वेश्चन लोग बोलते हैं शिखा कि लड़की लड़की के काम नहीं आती आपका क्या राय है और ये कितना सच और कितना झूठ है ओवर टू यू शिखा
I think to that, Diksha, लड़कियां ही लड़कियों की सबसे बड़ी strength है. I have been raised with siblings, 3 sisters, a lot of friends, a lot of these community members today. They are such a big support. Trust me, and it's not me in isolation who feels that. I think all of us who have women around us, our mothers, our siblings, especially sisters, our female friends, we generate that kind of synergy, the minute we are there for each other. You cannot have better strength than to have this camaraderie between women. I think even our sensei, our mentor in Buddhism that I follow, he also highlights the importance of having this camaraderie between women. because that's the only thing that can save the world, according to him. Okay, so if women come together, we become each other's strength. We actually, walk shoulder to shoulder as a community. There is so much more that the world will see, for good. You'll have better families, you'll have better children, you'll have better environment, you'll have better organizations, so on and so forth. Which is exactly the reason why we should have more women leaders. So and so did that. This is not right. This is wrong. Passing judgments or building unnecessary stories or creating some kind of gossip around someone and pulling the other woman down, so on and so forth. So that also prevails. I can't deny that. And it needs to be worked on in a very strategic way, more tactful way, and with a lot of love. So that's simply what I can say and feel right now. And we surely need to be privy that it has an impact, and it has a grave impact also. A lot of girls, a lot of people, not just women, even men for that matter, I've seen suffer.
Yes, they suffer. Everybody suffers. I think if you spread happiness, happiness will come back. I think if you spread bad, bad will come back to you as well. So I think acha karte jao, despite being girl or men or whatever. I think as a human you should help everyone. So that's the message. Perfect, Shikha. Awesome. So second last question to you. हम लोग देखते हैं organization में जैसे काफी दफा we feel bad about it. Being a woman, you have to undergo a lot of challenges, society pressures, family pressure. So being a woman professional, एक लड़की अगर professional है और बहुत बड़े औहदे पे like CXO या CHRO in the organization, at that point of time, how that person will manage personal and professional? What's your take on it, Shikha?
I haven't really seen a lot of CXO women, to be very honest, but I do know of some popular ones in the previous organization I worked in, Wipro. So we had very senior women there. And I've seen them balance out things beautifully. I think that's the key. Even Indra Nooyi has been talking about it, that you need to understand the minute you enter inside your house, you're just a housewife or a mother, or a daughter-in-law. At that time, you really need to dispense that tag off your head. And when you're at the workplace, the challenges you can overcome would have to be unique to you, as a professional. What is it that you need to do? But obviously, you bring all your qualities as a human there. It's not going to be limiting to your professional tag, really. So I think if we have wonderful human beings sitting at a CXO level as a woman, you can do magic to organizations and the people who work with you. And that's the strength that a woman brings. Since you're talking about the challenges that she would be facing, I can only make some guesswork because I've not been there. I've not seen someone as close either. Balancing is not easy, Diksha. Since I said that it's one of the main things that the person needs to do, I think balancing is really hard. Plus, for any leader at that level, you need to have a two-way communication. I've seen a lot of leaders have bottlenecks there, where they only rely on their first level reportees, and whatever they say, they paint a picture of the organization and the people basis that. So that's a very limiting purview of what goes into the organization or what really matters at the grassroots level. So that's a big gap area, according to me. Another thing that I think EXOs or leaders at that level would be dealing with is their own mental and emotional health. They barely get time for it. They're barely prioritizing it because they're in that, constant struggle of getting their matrices met and doing the innovation for the business to prosper in future. So it's really hard for them to take out that kind of time for themselves. I think one of the best things they should do is sign up for a life coach. If you do that, by default, you will go into the process of introspecting, reflections, and learning throughout your life. So that's a default mechanism that every CXO or a leader should sign up for. The other thing that I see as a challenge for someone sitting at that level is their, lack of feedback. I've already mentioned. There's another thing that comes up is about what changes would matter to the business. So because you're in a certain industry, sometimes we tend to have a limiting purview of what will work for us. I think most of the amazing innovations that have happened across businesses, you can see, there are learnings coming from any walk of life, not even limiting to the industry. Okay, a Velcro idea came from the trees, for that matter. Okay, the glue stick that you and I are using was actually an accident. It was innovated by mistake. Okay, so we never know what kind of innovation could work for you. So leaders must have a very, very broad perspective and be ready to take risk and make radical changes if required. I think this is the time where they need to do that more than ever. So their risk-taking ability, their ability to go radically different from their existing models, doing everything for employees really, these could be some areas of improvement and challenges that they need to look into. So that's largely what I can think of right now. Being a woman, I think they're dealing with stereotype and chauvinism. I don't want to discuss that too much because we're all privy to it. We all understand what happens when you're in a board and nobody listens to you. So yeah, you have to make your presence felt, and you need to always be assertive and polite. I think that changes the dynamics to a great extent.
वंडरफुल वंडरफुल शिखा, आपने जब शुरुआत किया था इस आंसर से, आंसर तो आपने बहुत अच्छा दिया है, काफी सारी बातें बताई, यू शुड बी असर्टिव, यू शुड बी पोलाइट, नॉट ऑब्वियसली लड़कियां अगर ज्यादा बोले तो उसे चुप करा दिया जाता है, बट जो आपने अभी आंसर की शुरुआत में आपने एक लाइन बोली कि देयर आर वेरी फ्यू CXOs इन इंडिया. When we talk about Economic Times, Navbharat Times, Forbes magazine, or so many magazines out there, we only see less women leaders, right? And this is, I would say, this is a problem. I personally feel this is a problem. I am very assertive about this. So according to you, Shikha, because you are into this industry, working towards passionpreneur, working towards community, especially women, what is your take? क्या 10 साल में भारतीय नारी उस CXO लेवल पे पहुंच सकती है, हाँ या ना? प्लस आपकी क्या राय है? ओवर टू यू शिखा.
सी, भारतीय नारी कहीं भी पहुंच सकती है, जहां वो डिसाइड करेगी वो वहां पहुंच सकती है. ओके, बियॉन्ड हर ओन इमेजिनेशन, शी हैज सो मच स्ट्रेंथ एंड सो मेनी क्वालिटीज दैट शी कैन मेक इट टू व्हिचएवर लेवल शी वांट्स टू, and they're made to do it. Honestly, I see women as multi-talented, multifaceted, and they have all the qualities of a great leader. So they don't really have to work on a lot of these strengths. And I think studies have proved that, Disha, that women capabilities and competencies when it comes to leadership is higher than men, whether they like it or they don't. Another thing that I want to highlight here is...
Yes, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, please.
No, it's okay. Another thing is to do with, whether they can be or not is not the question. What are the hindrances that come on their way? Okay. First and foremost, I think it's their own belief system. They don't believe it, but they can make it. The other challenge is that they don't understand how to dispense certain things for the time and prioritize some other. So we tend to get torn apart very, very easily, and I've seen that dialogue happen with me. मेरे बहुत सीनियर्स मुझे बोलते थे कई बारी कि आप ना डिसाइड कर लीजिए आपको फैमिली चाहिए कि करियर चाहिए. And my answer to them, without sparing a second, would be I need both, and I will have both. Okay, what's important is, as a woman, do you have clarity enough that you can get both? The minute we feel torn apart, we tend to dispense one thing for the other. And once you go into that compromise mode, there is no respite. Nobody can save you there, which is the reason why we see a lot of women leaving their careers when they're just about there. At almost the senior most levels, they tend to resign and they tend to sit back at home because they feel they've done enough, and now is the time for them to look after their families. So with all due respect, women definitely are better off when it comes to looking after the family. But at the same time, that's not the only thing you're meant to do. You can create so much more value, so much more meaning when you're out there. And corporates need women. Corporates are in dire need of having women leadership. If you really ask me, all the problems and so much talking that we've seen happen around office politics, toxic culture, so on and so forth. I'm not saying women are not a part of this, they are, but they're also the solution to it. If you look at the canvas today across all governments, the countries that have led well during COVID, they've come over crisis, they've also seen better recovery because of women leadership being there. So our sense of empathy, our sense of compassion, our sense of people connect, our sense of even risk taking in a lot of cases, I think turns out to be far better off. So we're able to innovate at a pace where, the ability to cope becomes better automatically. And these are all research facts I'm talking about. You can pull up any data point. It indicates beautifully how a woman can, become a great leader and can turn around any crisis situation for an organization. So I think we have it all to be there. All we need to do is believe in ourselves and also know how to, not get torn apart, know to prioritize it and to actually take actions every time. That will take you there. For that, I think their support system has a huge role to play, Diksha. Unfortunately, a lot of women don't get that kind of support system. So while I'm talking about the individual, I would want to highlight the role of the organization and the role of their families. So they ought to be support system back home, which will actually encourage them and give that kind of assurance. Don't worry, the kids will be taken care of. I still remember when Indra Nooyi said that I would be frantically on the calls initially, and then I decided to delegate this responsibility to someone in my office who would speak to the children and talk to them about their homework being done or having, whether they've had their meals or not. And that kind of management helps. You have to have a coping mechanism for yourself. And at the same time, in an organization, making women feel emotionally safe is of paramount importance. I think that gets missed out. We don't feel the need to do it, and we think it's already good because you're having fun time, you're having some fun activities. So obviously everybody's feeling safe, but it's got nothing to do with that. It's got everything to do with the manager and how the manager treats you. What choice of words does he choose? How does he actually, come down to you when it comes to you bringing up ideas on the table? So if the manager is constantly just shunning you down, putting you down, using abusive terms, passing stereotype statements, or making such, sly remarks for that matter, no woman will have courage enough to, sustain on that, especially if she does not have that kind of backing back home. Trust me, Diksha, unfortunately, women who take a stand, women who are assertive, women who don't budge from their ethics, are the ones who are victimized also. They're given tags. Okay, they are called aggressive women. She's mad, yeah, or she doesn't know what she's doing. She's lost it all, or we blame it to menopause for that matter. So many things that man world can come up with sometimes, and it's unfortunate. I see men as biggest strength for women also, and they also cannot sometimes, uh, abide by the basics of being a good human being.
Yeah.
In the office environment, especially. So we tend to backstab too much, and you tend to pull out the woman instead of, standing up for her or asserting for her, for that matter. So I think it's required that everybody, men, women alike, need to respect each other and also stand up for each other. So I think at the most fundamental level, it's about being a good human again. So yeah, these are qualities that take you to places. They will always make you feel respected, and people will want to come back to you. I think when you earn great relationships, that's the beauty of any work that you've done for any organization.
Okay, wonderful, Shikha. I think आपने एक क्वेश्चन से चारों क्वेश्चंस के आंसर दे दिए, which is next. So I think wonderful. I completely agree with you. I think we can read Economic Times, we can read a lot of big journals and newspapers, but yes, women are making their marks happening. I mean, सब कुछ कर सकती है, आपने बिल्कुल सही बोला. They should have faith and believe in themselves. I think that is something that you take. आप बहुत अच्छा कर सकते हो, flying colors की तरह, you have that in you. I think yes, faith is everything that can change your. वो बोलते हैं ना, यहाँ पे लकीर है, but आप खुद की लकीर खुद बनाते हो. Wonderful sir. Okay, Shikha, last question. What's your secret sauce? मतलब ऐसा कोई लाइन जो आपको इंस्पायर करता हो, जैसे उसमें बोलता है ना ऑल इज वेल, तो ऐसा कोई लाइन आपको इंस्पायर करो जो लगे कि शिखा जब परेशान होती है तो ये चंद शब्द, या कोई बॉलीवुड या कुछ भी आपको इंस्पायर करता हो, प्लीज शेयर विद अस. ओवर टू यू, शिखा.
There are quite a few quotes really from my practice only, and I would want to share two for sure. There is one that talks about oneness of self and environment. That is, whatever's happening around us is actually just a reflection of what's inside you. So all you need to do is improve yourself. So that's one that helps me move on the path of self mastery.
Yeah.
And the other one is winter always turns to spring. That means that change will always happen. Nothing is permanent. Things will change, things will evolve, and it changes to spring. That means good days are ahead of you. So that gives me that positivity, that hope in the future, and keeps me going to continue doing your bit, in the best possible way. So these two quotes are very dear to me, very close to my heart. And both of them come from Buddhism, really. And I've always seen that no matter what, if you are a person who's oriented towards self-improvement, a lot of things stop, affecting you negatively, because then you are only dealing with your own self and your journey and your reflections and your bottlenecks and your changes. So I think the proof of the pudding for me lies in my own endeavor of improving myself and thereby creating value for others. So yeah.
सुपर। अच्छा शिखा, आपको जब आप किसी के लिए वैल्यू क्रिएट करते हो आपको मन में कैसा लगता है? वो होता है ना कि यू फील रियली गुड एंड हम लोग बोलते हैं अच्छा कर नेकी कर दरिया में डाल। तो वो जो फीलिंग होती है यू डू अ गुड एंड यू हैव दिस लाइक मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए, वो जो फीलिंग होती है ये आप थोड़े चंद शब्दों में हमें ऑडियंस को बताएं सो दैट पीपल शुड आल्सो नो दैट द फीलिंग इनसाइड व्हेन यू डू अ ग्रेट थिंग्स फॉर पीपल रियली रियली मीन्स अ लॉट टू अ सोल। ओवर टू यू शिखा, व्हाट्स योर लास्ट टेक ऑन इट?
So that gives me peace, Diksha. It just gives me peace that I'm able to contribute. It makes me feel that my life is worthwhile. And I think that's what is important. We're not just here to, look after families or, chores or studies for that matter for our children. As women, you are here to create value and not just, for yourself, but for the entire society. So every woman is a pearl of wisdom. Every woman is a package of talent. Every woman has that beauty that is shining and brimming. It just waits to come outside. I think it's so important for us to unleash that, which is the reason why we got into this, several communities that I'm a part of, including Women with Wings and Wiki UPHR, Vishafali. We're all working towards this very concept, that how do we unleash that, goodness and that belief that you can create value. So I'll give a quick analogy before we wrap that. It's like you are making rice, right? How much salt would you add to it? You will add just about a pinch of it, right? And it adds that flavor, it gives that kind of taste which makes you relish it. So when you want to make this world a better place to live in, all you need is that little bit of goodness, that little bit of belief in you that you matter, you're important. So that's all that I can say. I think it's all about spreading goodness and brimming with life and embracing the awesomeness of this wonderful world. So yeah.
Great. I think with this note of sharing a lot of happiness, एक अच्छा इंसान बने, which you said pretty well. ऐसा नहीं कि हम men और women के लिए लड़ाई कर रहे हैं, but आप एक अच्छा इंसान बने, respect each other, respect the elders, respect the youngers, and respect each and every individual, which is very important. I think that makes a great change in life. और I'm sure 10 साल में हम लोग काफी ladies को देखेंगे आगे प्रगति पे जाते हुए, और I'm sure it's going to happen with people like you and with the community that we are serving. Thank you, Shikha, for being on the show. And I appreciate your each and every learning so truly from heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Diksha. You're doing a great job. I wish you all the very good luck.
Thank
Keep
you.
brimming, keep shining.
Thank you
Bye.
so much. Jai Hind. Bye.
Jai.